Welcome to Fit and Pain-Free the Bonnie Pruden Way. I'm Enid Whitaker, and I'm joined by Sandy Dirks. Our program each month will center around fitness pioneer Bonnie Pruden and her accomplishments, her method of exercise, and pain erasure the Bonnie Pruden Way, or Bonnie Pruden myotherapy, which is a way to get rid of muscle-related pain. Join us as we begin each meeting with a few tension relieving exercises.
In 2007, in a celebration, Bonnie was awarded the President's Council Lifetime Achievement Award. And the award, according to the council, is given to individuals whose career contributed to the advancement or promotion of physical activity, fitness, or sports nationwide. Winners are chosen by the members of the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports based on the span and scope of an individual's career, the estimated number of lives the individual has touched through his or her work, the legacy of the individual's work, and additional awards or honors received over the course of his or her career. Most of the millions of whose lives Bonnie has changed have never met her personally, but rather through her many books, records, and her hundreds of TV, radio appearances, and magazine articles. But others, like Sandy and me, were lucky enough to know Bonnie personally. If you know Bonnie personally and would like to tell us your Bonnie story, you can reach us at paineras@AOL.com. Hey, Mike, tell us who you are and tell us your Bonnie story.
Okay, my name is Mike Hinkle, and I live in Roaring River, North Carolina. And my Bonnie story started when I was 4 years old. It was 1962, and my mother took us out to the base gym where they had ladies exercising at this point in time. And I remember seeing a record of a lady, and she was wearing blue, a lot like the color y'all are wearing today. And it was like a leotard, but I didn't know what a leotard was. I thought it was just real close clothing. I later found out that Bonnie created these. Anyway, my story is that when I was sitting against the wall watching the ladies exercise and everything, it was kind of boring for a 4-year-old. And I drifted over, and on the record player that they were all listening to, there was a cover of the album, and it was Bonnie in that blue outfit. And it just stuck on me. I couldn't say her name properly at 4 years old. And so I just called her the Lady in Blue. Well, later, as the years went by and my traveling days were over and everything, I had just got into massage and decided to start the Massage Therapy Hall of Fame. And one of the first, when I started researching massage and movement and everything else, Bonnie went across the whole spectrum. She had the exercise, she ate properly, she did the things you were supposed to do, especially as a massage therapist, to show others how they should be. Anyway, so she was the Lady in Blue. I told my mother I was going to bring Bonnie Pruden, the first person into the Massage Therapy Hall of Fame, and she said, "Mike, do you know who that is?" And I said, "I have no clue." "What do you mean, who is she?" "I know she had her own TV show. I know she had, she was part of why Little League exists, why YWCA's doing so well with her children swimming and everything. I knew that she had done the peg boards, climbing in the gyms, had created all sorts of different apparatuses for children to exercise to test their strength, had been part of Richard Nixon's note to the president, letter to the president, whatever it was, to warn him about the kids were not in shape if we were to go to war. She did all sorts of things. I knew those things, but I didn't know what Mom was talking about. So then she said, she's the lady in blue. And that's when it hit me. So it was a full circle.
So so how, I remember that we came to the first massage Hall of Fame,
In 2006, right?
and that was your introduction to Bonnie. So how did that go?
Well, I had hoped for a lot more people, but I only had 2 weeks between the time of thinking this and doing this. 2 weeks. So I was surprised she said yes, she would come be the keynote. And so that I invited her and she signed my mother's album, that same album. And we had, I think, 33 people total at that event. And Bonnie said, "Is this it, Mike?" I said, "Well, I only had 2 weeks." And she laughed and she made everybody run. They had to run in place for her to do the keynote. And I thought that was so different than anything else I'd ever seen. But that's the way Bonnie was. She never took the escalator. She ran up the stairs. She was a pioneer, just that simple. She was what it was all about.
And if I remember you telling me correctly, she gave you she told you what to do.
She told me to never quit.
And
So
so
I was stuck with it. I had it for 19 years. I did let go of it last year finally to Anna Malachowski. She's going to do great. I thought a woman should be in charge the whole time I was doing it. So she'll do good.
so and also you took the time to come out and see Bonnie in Tucson.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I had to see her again. I didn't know if she'd make it to 100. I've been planning a big party for her, but I was at least able to come see her a little bit there. And I think she made it to 97. I think she was.
Yep.
Yeah, 97. And she was so special. I can't go on enough about her. They should be making movies and books about her. I mean, I'm serious. She had more to do with women having the freedoms and the abilities and the opportunities than anybody I know. She was special. She was really special.
And how do you think she influenced the massage community and you?
Well, just her movement. Her whole thing was about movement, and that's what we try to achieve through massage is giving people the ability to move without pain. And she was it. I mean, she still holds the records for mountain climbing, for her leotards that she had created are in the Smithsonian Institute, on and on. I mean, they got to make a movie about her. They got to.
Well, that would and also you created a special award.
Oh yes, the Bonnie Pruden Award. Somebody gets a free entry every year from then on. Once they're declared the Bonnie Pruden Award winner, it's just like being a Freedom member, and it usually goes to a person who really does things that are outstanding in the massage field. And of course, y'all give them books and shirts and stuff like that to really let them know who Bonnie was and help that along.
Sandy, do you have any questions?
I don't think so, unless if you've got any personal stories about Bonnie or you and
I wish
Sandy.
I had so many more. I didn't get to spend enough time with her. I found her too late in my life, and it just trying to keep the festival going was a year-round venture for just the two of us. And I wish I'd had more time with her. I did. I had to come see her there when she was in Phoenix. Uh, the weather was acting up, I think, real bad at that point. And I was just worried about her, and I came and saw her and Enid there at their house, and I wish I had her library. But Bonnie's library alone was something to go into museums. I mean, she had the original gymnastics book and she knew that movement was the key. And she knew that massage, especially myotherapy, could help people move. That simple. Her books are outstanding. Uh, I mean, the pressure point that she did for people, showing them how simple it could be. Um, I can't go on enough.
Well, and I feel like her, when I went through the Bonnie Prudence School back in the 80s, there weren't a lot of massage schools out there. And, you
Right.
know, she was out popularizing being able to help people through touch, you know, between the trigger point therapy and also the movement. And I feel like more people became interested in body work through
Well,
her
it
going
definitely
around,
grew.
reading the books. Her book, first book, Pain Erasure, was a bestseller. Later on in my career, when I would talk to different massage therapists, they'd be like, "Oh yeah," and they'd hold up the book. So I feel like she really influenced the growth.
Right.
She was one of the
I'm,
people that really
I'm,
influenced the growth of massage therapy in this country.
I'm really glad that you two are carrying on for her, though, because she would be lost to time. Because, okay, first I started the museum there, but then that school closed, so the museum fell apart. Now y'all are the museum, basically. You're the ones carrying on this information, and it's important because Bonnie shouldn't be forgotten in any way. Anyway, that's why they should make that movie about her.
Um, I haven't said this publicly before, but I gifted all Bonnie's archives to the Stark Center, which is a part of the University of Austin in Texas.
Okay.
Stark
Okay.
Center is sports, physical culture, and alternative medicine.
If you could send me that link, I'd like to share it with all my therapists.
Okay, so all of her archives are there in storage. They're writing grants so that they can take care of everything properly. But I'm happy that it has a good home, and that they're happy not only with the volume, but with the scope of the material.
Right.
So that's where all our archives are, and people can go there to study if they need to with special permission right now. Anything else you can think of you'd like to share?
I love y'all.
We love you too,
We
Mike.
feel the same. We feel the same, Mike. Well, thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Come join us at festival. Bring all your friends. It's going to be real special. This is the 20th anniversary, and it's going to be really special.
That's great. I'll include a link how people can get in touch with that, the website.
Okay.
At the end of this, I'll put a little placard in, and that way people can get a hold of you all.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Come have fun.
Will you take better care of yourself? Would you be kinder to yourself? Would you be more forgiving of your human imperfections if you realized your best friend was yourself? Who is always with you everywhere? Who is on your side when others are unfair? Tell me who will never let you down in any situation. Who will always see you get your share.